The second reason you're losing money in the back end, this is the smooth transition I planned here, is you're treating all subs the same, right? I mean, all of us had these crazy fucking whales on our accounts where we're like, okay, fuck, this guy's literally paying my rent as of right now. Like, we had these kind of guys. But I've had a ton of agencies that I've seen single subscribers do like 20, 30% of the overall revenue that they did in a month. And that's not a unique thing that happens. It could probably happen to you. You have these people in your accounts, especially if the accounts make, let's say, 15 to 20K or above. You have at least one person that could bring you 20, 30% extra revenue. I can guarantee you that. They're always there. Some investment guys, some doctor, right? Some fucking entrepreneur, whatever it is. Some guy who had a big inheritage from his grandma and now he doesn't know what to do with it. All that stuff, they exist. And what you want to do in your backend, especially with your chatters, is set up a subscriber pyramid for all the different types that come in. Meaning, on a very basic level, that would be in terms of spending, right? So obviously at the top, we got our VIPs, we got our whales, which there's always going to be a few of them that they bring in the majority of the revenue in terms of a lifetime value per sub. Got our medium spenders that have the motivation to spend, they just don't have the funds, right? Some blue collar guy who's always spending like $400 or $500 a month consistently. He just doesn't have more, which should get elevated attention already because these people are going to be your cash flow and their lifetime value is incredibly high, right? They're going to stay with you for months, if not years. We have a couple subs that I have a higher like emotional connection with them with my girlfriend because I've just been talking to them, my chatters have been talking to them for like years as of this point. Like I know their favorite color, I know their dick size, I know their dog's name. Like they're my boy at this point, right? But we also got the casual subs, which should be the majority of the group itself, but they spend very low. And each single of these tiers, this is why it gets relevant, needs a complete different playbook and different SOP. So your chatters need to be instructed on how to deal with them. So with whales, how do you initiate conversation? How do you sell? Which hotkeys do you have? What's the pricing ladder? With medium spenders, again, they get a different script, they get different pricing ladders. They always look in the notes. Now, what do I mean by that? Is imagine you have a dentist who makes like 10 grand a month and you have a blue collar guy who earns like 1 grand a month. They're both your subs. If you treat them both the same, let's say, you send both of them a script that costs like $300. The blue collar guy is not going to be able to afford it. He's going to piss off, and instead of like $100 that you could have made, you made zero. But the dentist could have spent like 2 or 3 grand, but he didn't. And he feels like he's just one of many subscribers. So both of them are going to unsubscribe, and you lost a fuck ton of money. So what you need to have as a system in your chatting is in the welcome script, right when someone subscribes, ask them the key questions. Where do you live? Exactly, right? Not just Chicago, but okay, which part of the city? I've been there a couple of times. And he tells you the part, you Google the average income in that place, right? So you kind of know how much he earns. You ask him his job. And you ask him, okay, like, what do you do in your free time? Like what are your hobbies? So you also know how much money he usually spends. If he says he's going fucking skydiving, okay, he spends a fuck ton of money on there. You put it in the notes, and now you can put them in these different tiers. So you can sell the dentist like a custom video for like $500-600, and the blue collar guy, you just send them a titty video for like $50-60, and both of them are happy and spent the most money they could have.